Hey everybody, Dave Neal here, stand-up comedian and host of Bachelor Recap, a guy's review. If you haven't heard yet, now you know by the title. Chris Harrison stepping aside from his hosting duties within The Bachelor. I'm going to read his second apology this week, and I'm going to tell you what Lauren Zima said, his girlfriend, who also works in entertainment news. Plus, I'm going to share some other comments from other cast members. If you guys don't mind, hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. This is a story that just like a wildfire keeps raging. Unbelievable. Just the other day on Thursday, I made 5 videos. Every single time I uploaded a video, I got a new alert, new information. So thank you guys for sticking along for this story as we continue this discussion, hopefully in a healthy manner. In the comment section, please be respectful as you voice your opinion on all of this. I'll read his statement right now. You know, I was on the way to go shoot this project with a friend, literally on the highway, and I get an alert on my phone that Chris released a statement, and I was like, geez, what is this all about? I was not expecting this on a Saturday. Let me read it for you guys. Hello, everyone. I have spent the last few days listening to the pain my words have caused, and I am deeply remorseful. My ignorance did damage to my friends, colleagues, and strangers alike. I have no one to blame but myself for what I said and the way I spoke. I set standards for myself and have not met them. I feel that with every fiber of my being. Now, just as I taught my children to stand up and to own their actions, I will do the same. By excusing historical racism, I defended it. I invoked the term woke police, which is unacceptable. I am ashamed over how uninformed I was. I was so wrong. To the black community, to the black, indigenous, people of color community, I'm so sorry. My words were harmful. I am listening, and I truly apologize for my ignorance and any pain it caused you. I want to give my heartfelt thanks to the people from these communities who I've had enlightening conversations with over the past few days, and I am so grateful to those who have reached out to help me on my path to anti-racism. Second page. The historic season of The Bachelor should not be marred or overshadowed by my mistakes or diminished by my actions. To that end, I have consulted with Warner Brothers and ABC and will be stepping aside for a period of time and will not join for the After the Final Rose special. I am dedicated to getting educated on a more profound and productive level than ever before. I want to ensure our cast and crew members, to my friends, colleagues, and our fans, this is not just a moment, but a commitment to much greater understanding that I will actively make every day. From here, I can only try to evolve and be a better man, and I humble myself before all of you. I hope I will again live up to the expectations you all rightfully have for me and the expectations I have for myself. Now, he's starting to come off like Dale Moss. Remember when he was just releasing a new video every day trying to explain himself? People are going to be upset with Chris Harrison. People are going to defend Chris Harrison. People are going to boycott the show if he's the host, and people are going to boycott the show if he's removed. That's just where we are in society. As I'll mention with a few of the previous contestants' Instagram stories, we'll talk a little bit more about this. The overall idea, though, is that we all listen. The overall idea is that we all go, whoa, if you didn't think this was a big deal, now you know that it is. If you think there's overreacting, look in the mirror and wonder, why is it that you're not reacting that way? And just know that that's okay that you might think differently than other people, but by seeing this out there, by seeing Chris Harrison stepping aside, it does make you take a step back and go, whoa, this is a big issue. I'll be the first one to say, I am very surprised Chris Harrison is stepping aside. I thought this was going to be one of those sort of too big to fall things where Chris Harrison releases his statement from a couple days ago. Do I need to read that one again? He releases this statement, and that was going to be the end of it. Because it's just a few days ago, 2 days ago, he said, to my Bachelor Nation family, I will always own a mistake when I make one, so I am here to extend a sincere apology. As we mentioned in the previous video that I made, Rachel Lindsay finished her interview with Chris Harrison. That's what this is all about. The fact that they had an interview, he talked over her. He kind of was like, who are you to say what X, Y, and G should be? And Rachel Lindsay's response was like, well, who are you to say? And it became kind of like a pissing match, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. Look, this was a bad, as far as PR goes, this was a disaster. This was Chernobyl in the PR sense. Literally, everyone was upset with Rachel Kirkconnell, and then all of a sudden, Chris Harrison starts to defend her, starts to, say, well, she didn't know X, Y, and Z. And some of his points and some of Rachel Lindsay's points, they met in the middle and agreed on. They agreed that they should give grace. But what Rachel Lindsay, and, leave a comment if I'm conflating different statements here, because there have been a lot of statements. Rachel Lindsay said, where's the grace for people like me reacting to this? She mentioned Hannah Brown. Hannah Brown, after she said the N-word, took 2 weeks, detox from social media, came back and made an apology on an Instagram story that disappeared the next day. So Rachel Lindsay's whole point is, if you want to show grace for Rachel Kirkconnell, I know it's confusing with the multiple Rachels. If you want to show grace for the 23-year-old who did X, Y, and Z, where's the grace for people like me that it actually affects? And that's, I think, and again, let me know if I'm wrong, but I think that's where the crossroad became when it came to Chris Harrison's dismissiveness to the people that were offended versus, by using terms like woke police. He mentioned in his apology today, you could tell that this was a major sticking point in his apology. He says, by excusing historical racism, I defended it. I invoked the term woke police. I mentioned this earlier. I made a video today about Justin Timberlake's apology, and I made a video about Rachel Lindsay reacting truthfully on her podcast, where she really, expressed herself about how she felt, how her interview with Chris Harrison went. And when you say woke police, you put a lot of different issues into the same umbrella, and that's not fair to the issues. It's not fair to water them all down as one collective thing, like cancel culture. A lot of people's biggest gripe with the term cancel culture is it's not necessarily everyone should be canceled. It's about people should be held accountable for their actions. Now, let's read a few comments. We'll keep on talking about this. Astrid had commented. This was actually before Chris released his statement, but this was a response that she made to somebody who thought it was overblown. Someone had posted, why is this so blown up? Oh my, he is not racist, and people keep trying to make him out that way. It's ridiculous. Astrid, this was her statement. She said, here's my final thought about signing off social media for the day because there is laundry to fold. And I feel like that's a metaphor. There's laundry to fold, and there also is laundry to fold, but I think everyone's the same way. Take care of your own mental health first before you can fight for others. Take care of yourself, folks. Fold your laundry, metaphorically speaking. Astrid said, if you are watching this dialogue unfold, irony there, if you're watching this dialogue unfold and you find yourself angry, defensive, upset, etc., please take 15 minutes out of your day and try to identify where those feelings are coming from. Why are you feeling uncomfortable? Write it down. Think about it some more. Once you realize where the defensiveness is coming from, you may be one step closer to an understanding and acknowledging your part in the problem. Peace. Very interesting. Very interesting. Again, this is just one of those scenarios where, and I know I make content, so I'm clearly talking to you, so this might sound hypocritical, but it's the idea of, all right, talk less. Let's just, take our time to just think about things. Gone are the days when we would just kind of like think about something. Oh, that happened, huh? And I understand it's tough because you have people that want everyone to put their point of view. As I mentioned yesterday with Sean Lowe, he's on vacation with his family, turns his phone on after a couple days, and it's a bunch of people calling him racist because he hasn't made a statement yet. You know what I mean? So I understand taking time to educate yourself on the facts. There is a grace period there, but also, use your platform to make sure people understand like you're on a side that wants to sort of recover, to move forward, versus on a side where, I don't want to ruffle feathers. Let's move on. Joe Park. We love Joe, right? He said, this was in response to a comment sort of siding with Rachel Kirkconnell. He said, thank you for this comment as I think it brings up an important point. On Rachel, I agree that we all make mistakes. We've all done something we're not proud of, especially when we're young. And that's okay. Moreover, maybe a lot of who we are as a person isn't completely in our control. Again, especially the younger we are. He's talking about social imprints, being raised a certain way. That said, just as you stated, we all do stupid shit when we're young. I believe she was 21 or 22 at the time, but nevertheless, to be clear, you yourself just called it stupid, as in you know better now and have recognized you were wrong. The issue with Rachel was that she hadn't called it stupid at all. She wasn't holding herself accountable for her actions. Her tacit indifference was deafening. Only after 6 weeks and after the reaction to Chris Harrison's interview did she finally release a statement. This reactionary move may be sincere, but her timing with respect to both duration, 6 weeks, and after the interview will leave many to be suspect of her truest intention. I want to be clear and say I don't think Rachel is a bad person, and we certainly shouldn't demonize her. After all, let she who is free from sin cast the first stone. I think she was and still is young and still needs to learn and or realize some things and deserves our compassion and understanding. But the first step is to own your mistake, and to her credit, she has. I think we all maybe wish it was without provocation and societal Bachelor Nation's pressure. That's a great comment. I mean, Joe Park, he's a smart guy. This guy's a smart guy. Emotionally speaking, he is a high IQ. Now, I can't defend Rachel Kirkconnell for not responding 6 weeks earlier. As her friends and family had said, and again, I think this is going to be important to find out, but as Rachel's friends and family had said, they said Rachel wasn't allowed to talk. They said she was only allowed to make a 100-word statement. She was dying to talk about it, but ABC wouldn't let her. Now, Rachel Lindsay on her podcast with Van Lathan said, that's BS. The contract doesn't say you can't talk about things on social media. It just says you can't do, crazy interviews. And again, have these contracts changed? Was ABC strong-arming Rachel Kirkconnell? And again, this is important that we find this out, because if ABC and The Bachelor, I don't know how to differentiate them at this point, if they were holding on to this story, and we know this in news, right? In news, you can't hold on to a story. That's illegal. You got to report facts as they come out. It doesn't mean it doesn't happen, but you're supposed to. That's not journalistic integrity. You can't trust a news site that just holds on to a fact when they can dump it at a time that works for them. Is Bachelor doing that to Rachel Kirkconnell? Were they trying to hold on to her apology long enough to stoke the flames for ratings? I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever. So that's not me apologizing for Rachel. That's just me asking, knowing what they did to Brittany Galvin. All right? If you don't watch the show, a few weeks back, it was teased on a promotion for the show that there would be a sex worker, an escort on the season. And then it got leaked out that they were talking about Brittany, X, Y, and Z. Several episodes. They teased it. It became national news, international news. Then we find out on the show, it was all a lie. It was all defamation. Well, what's going to happen from it? Nothing. No one's suing anybody. Nothing's happened so far. Everyone's mad at the girls on the show that talked about this, that inflamed the rumors, and no one's holding Bachelor accountable, the editors, the producers, who okayed with their legal team that, oh yeah, we can post about this. Oh yeah, absolutely. Dangerous stuff. So when you talk about a toxic season, when we look at all the people on the cast, the bullies, the shaming, the this, the that, it all goes up to the top, guys. It all goes up to the casting. It all goes up to the producing, the editing. This show isn't shot and aired live. This isn't live. This isn't a football game, guys. It's not like a fight breaks out at halftime on a football game and they accidentally catch it on camera. This is highly edited content, and it's like the other toxic parts of our media. It's made to divide us, so we talk about it online, so we trend. The irony today is that Chris Harrison is trending on Twitter for stepping aside. True irony. Well, you wanted drama. You wanted the most dramatic season ever. Lauren Zima, dating Chris Harrison, says, what Chris said was wrong and disappointing. Defending racism can never happen. Accountability comes first. What's next is learning and growth. Again, and it's like Chris Harrison will learn from this. He will grow from this. I personally, if I had to bet on it, I don't think he's going to get fired. I think what they're doing is very strategic. He's not going to do the after the final rose ceremony. They don't even need him there. They're going to get JoJo. They're going to get Wells. They're going to get Jorge, the Bart. Somebody's going to show up and light the kindling, and then the fire of drama is going to start. So the fact that he's stepping aside, I say that in quotes, I mean, and again, I'm not saying they should fire him anyway. I think it's a strategic move on their behalf. There's a lot of smart people in crisis management, which is a section of public relations. PR, you can have like proactive public relations. Like, all right, we're doing this. We're hiring a diversity coach, X, Y, and Z. And then you have PR that's crisis management. Oh, geez, Chris Harrison did an interview with Rachel Lindsay. It went off the rails. People are trying to fire him. Call the bat phone. That's just what happened. That's what's happening right now. It's supposed to be a slow news day. I'm trying to move. I'm moving in 2 weeks. I'm trying to put up boxes and taxes and take care of everything with a shredder, trying to find a new couch. All of a sudden, this story comes up. I just throw everything off the table. We have news to talk about. A couple memes and we'll get out of here. Bachelor Nation is here and single at season 25 because we didn't settle for men like that. It's a pretty funny meme. All things considered, that's a pretty funny meme. The old Claire Crowley, the gift that keeps on giving. Congratulations. You've just blown up the Bachelorette. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know. I mean, be honest. You feel free to speak your mind. Just I ask that you be respectful to others if you disagree. What I've loved most about the comment section on this channel is that we really have fostered a pretty unique thing in the internet where I do think most people can disagree and show a little grace in the comment section here. I only say that because, like I said, this some people got mad when I said this the other day when I said, well, look, go out, go burn things down outside. I'm not telling you to go burn a building down. What I'm saying is sometimes in real life, civil disobedience, sometimes in real life, protesting, leading rallies is a good thing. If you don't get the info you want, if you're not getting change as fast as you need. But I'm telling you, and you can agree to disagree, if we're going to be arguing with strangers online, there's just better things to do. Nobody's changing their mind when you argue with strangers online. So at the very least, don't go down a rabbit hole. Be kind to each other. And take some time to go do your laundry. If you guys want, I have another video I released this morning before this news about Justin Timberlake. If you haven't watched the documentary yet on Hulu, it's called Framing Britney Spears. It's a great documentary. Because of that, Justin Timberlake, they kind of came to light all the ways he sort of had this problematic and behavior that's, like he's the dude. I mean, just watch the documentary. You'll see it's a slimy things that have come to light about him. I covered it in my video, and we talked about his apology. A lot of apologies happening lately. So anyway, go over there, click on that. I'll put that in the little title video next. But everyone, again, have a nice day. Go fold your laundry. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.